Welcome to the back
to the back
to the back
to the back
podcast. Sorry, I feel like I'm
You're
delayed.
tired?
I'm
Yeah.
tired. I'm exhausted. It was everything in me not to just fall asleep
I'm
after I
sorry.
got done eating.
Yeah.
Because I know I'm going to be exhausted tomorrow. I mean, it was either we record today or Thursday.
Yeah. I just want like today better just because you're probably going to be even more tired through the week. And then also this gives more time for editing or seeing if something's wrong, you know?
Yeah. Welcome to another episode.
Yeah.
Of To the Back podcast. I think it's episode number 36, 37?
37 maybe.
36, 37.
Yeah.
Around there.
My shirt felt like it was choking me for a second.
Like
It's alive. Yeah, like right here. I don't like things like close up on my neck.
Same. I don't like it at all. It's a big ick.
I like the way turtlenecks look, but
I'm fine with turtlenecks because I know I'm going into it. Like, I know my neck is going to be surrounded. That's fine.
Yeah.
But if, like, my neck is, if it's just a regular shirt and it catches me off guard and it's choking me, that's uncalled for. It's foul
like being
play.
strangled by a baby.
By a baby?
Yeah, because like small and like not.
Babies are stronger than you think they are.
Strong. You learned this week.
Oh, they're crazy. Yeah.
Dakota started his job.
My new job as a kids instructor, watcher thing. I don't want to say the company just because I just would rather not. But it's at a company where like a fitness company. That's as far as I'll go. But basically, it's like
it's super secret.
It's just a daycare / kids instruction activities.
Think like
for children 3 months to 11 years old.
Yeah, I think like if anybody ever went to the Y as a kid, you know, like they would have like after school stuff.
Yeah.
And it always seemed like so much fun. I mean, you did some of it. It was fun, right?
Yeah. I don't remember any of it. I remember one.
Well, it could have been that fun then.
I remember one and I hated it actually.
But
this is definitely more organized than the Y, I think.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Were they calling you Mr. Dakota?
No.
No? Mr. Jackson?
No.
No?
Yeah.
What are they calling you then?
Some of the kids are sweet, but some of the kids are snotty.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Also, it was my first day. I was only there for 4 hours. They're not gonna like I was there with a lot of other people.
Yeah, I don't think you understand how kids are. They don't care if it's your first day.
No, I know. Well,
30th day.
I literally get to like he was like, so it's your first day? It was like, so where's your name tag? Where's your uniform? I was like, I got it. It's coming in. He's like, when are you gonna get it? And I was like, okay. But I had good experiences. Like one of the first kids I met, she was so sweet. She's like one of the quieter types, but she was like, she wanted to play like dinosaurs and robots.
Interesting.
And she wanted to be the dinosaur and she wanted me to be the robot. And I had like 2 other small kids, and like he loved like rolling this toy lemon down a slide, and the other one liked fire trucks. That
sounds like a really good sensory experience.
No,
actually.
It was like the only thing that was like throwing me off about how cute it was those 2 kids, not the first one, not the little girl, the 2 boys, snot.
Yeah.
And I cleaned it up eventually, but it was just like, bro.
Yeah.
It wasn't like crazy amount, but like I was just looking at these kids with just straight up snot on their arm and not caring. Like me as a grown ass adult, that if I had snot on my arm, you think if someone saw me with snot on my arm and I just wasn't doing anything about it, they think I would be clinically insane.
Yeah.
Like he needs help. He's going through a midlife crisis.
No, I mean
these
kids don't care.
Snot on their arms. One was trying to bite me, but like not in like a mean way. He's just like,
was it a girl?
No, it was a little boy. He's just gonna. I kept going near me, gonna like he's gonna bite me. Like it's crazy. And also like when they start getting older, right? They start getting closer to like the 11-year-olds. They start having like kind of like a know-it-all attitude. Like, oh, I'm grown, because they kind of look down on the younger kids. Like they don't realize I'm twice their age.
Right.
Okay.
Like kids, like not kids, but adults your age don't realize that I'm twice your age.
But here's the thing that it did make me realize, and I kind of like realize this anytime I deal with little kids. But I guess the times I've dealt with little kids in the past, for the most part, I've either known them as like a friend of a friend's like
Or
sibling,
family,
or
yeah.
it's family.
Yeah.
And so these is more like I have no relationship to them all. And so the thought went to my mind is I kind of I do and I don't understand when older like people older than me was like, I'm not gonna listen to what you're saying. You don't have the wisdom as me or whatever,
Yeah.
right? But on this level only, because I don't know how seriously I can take like one of these kids if I met them like 10 years down the line, knowing I wiped their snot. Like I'm sorry, I can't. If you come to me in a suit, I'm just gonna see the little kid that I wiped the snot off of. The only exception is if like it was my own kid and I lived with them every day and I raised them and I could see them grow. But if it was like someone I like had brief interaction with, mainly majority of the time was when they were younger,
Yeah.
and then I see you as a grown adult, I can see how that's just a stark difference. It catches you so much off guard. So I kind of understand where it's like it's hard for me to not take you seriously, but not see you as that little kid I once knew you as.
Right.
It's like weird. It's crazy.
Well, now you know what I go through whenever like anybody that you grew up with is like an adult now. It like weirds me out.
But I literally saw a thing on Instagram where it was like, because the NBA is starting up again. And it
Yeah.
was like crazy how time flies and you feel old again. It was showing how these rookies aren't rookies anymore. Luka's a vet. This is his 7th year in the NBA.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Like, and they showed the side by side picture, and like, I'm pretty sure Luka Mav games I've watched at least 95% of every one of the games he's
Right.
played. Like, I think there may be 10 max that I have missed, and like I kept up with it afterwards. Like, but the thing is, I can recognize him when he was younger in the league, but I kind of haven't really noticed it, like, because I've been watching
Because you've been
him.
watching. Yeah.
Like,
It just
you
takes
don't
you.
notice. It's the
Oh,
same thing
wow.
with myself. Like, I don't notice like the differences unless I look back at pictures and really
Yeah.
analyze it.
Oh my gosh. Speaking of, remember yesterday I was telling you, I was like, man, I really regret cutting my hair because I did not realize how long it had gotten. Like, I know I used to like catch my hair and things a
Yeah.
lot, but I just didn't realize how long it was. And just then I'm like, well, did I look younger when it was like that? And I think part of that is, well, obviously I was younger.
Yeah.
B, I was 30 pounds lighter. So like there's that. But it's just, it's looking back at like pictures of myself, not even from just a few years ago, but I just realized how hard I am on myself, like, and how I don't appreciate where, like, there's very few things I look back now and I'm like, oh yeah, I was accurate. There was some, like, the first few years after, probably like actually like 3 years after Peepaw died, I was like deeply, deeply depressed, and I can see it in the pictures. I look older than I've ever looked in any picture. Like, I looked older than I do now, and that was mid-30s. But I don't know. It's just like thinking of like the progression, and I don't like think that makes sense. Like that correlates.
Yeah.
No, I just went off on a tangent.
No, I want you to know, and it's hard for people to trust this. I know how to actively listen to somebody, but in that same sentiment,
It wasn't important. I go.
no, I can also think about other things if what they're talking about reminds me of something. So you said Peepaw, and I've been rewatching The Office
Yeah.
lately, and also like the unedited or like more content versions. And I'm on season 7, and it was about Creed. And not that people else like Creed, but I just thought of an old white dude. And like Creed is so funny. So I don't think this was in the original one, but it was like when Andy is trying to pitch to get like to like sell people stuff, right? And close sales and then bring a bunch of random people. The regular sales team like doesn't believe in him, so he has to bring in like Creed and what am I blanking on his name? Kevin, right?
Yeah.
But like anyway, Creed goes in, right? And he's talking nonsense. And he like at first he stands out of the room where people can't see him behind it, going like this, like staring. And it just made me bust out laughing. Like I said, like it takes a lot for me to laugh. So like when I laugh at shows aloud, I really take it in. So he goes in and he just starts about how like he had this business idea. It's like, oh, I had this idea where you could eat and you could play games and it's a kid's place. And then let alone someone so the guy next to me takes it and he makes Chuck E. Cheese. And I was like, I have the receipts, I have everything, I have the evidence that I can get it and I can sue. And then he ends it with, and you know where this took place, where he overheard me? Chuck E. Cheese.
What?
I just went, like, it's so stupid.
Especially,
and that was like that was like 2 episodes or the episode right after he was like, I just want to learn how to do a cartwheel. And he's like, does like a half-ass cartwheel and goes, yes, I'm done for the day. And just stands there.
I didn't realize how much I was like Creed. Like one thing and I'm done for the day.
Well, on his checklist, it was rob a bank. So I don't know if you'd like Creed, but
If I could figure out a way to get away with it, maybe. Not like a personal bank, but like bank for corporations, if that exists. Anyhow, actually, like, I stopped listening to the Office Ladies podcast, but I did listen when I was listening. I listened to the episode where they had him on, and that he's literally like, I think they just was like, hey, tell us stories about your life and we will make it into the show, which they did a lot with a lot of the characters. Yeah. Actually, he's led a very interesting life. What is it? Going back to the Mavs, like, the little like boards for the season, right?
yeah.
Was Lucas his daughter? Is that who he named as his bestie or his wife?
I don't know.
It was a woman, a girl's name.
They're gonna mention.
That was really sweet. Derek Lively.
No, they're gonna mention Kyrie's nickname was the ankle taker.
I didn't see that. I missed that. I saw like all his besties where it looked like his wife and kids.
Yeah.
Like, because there was like a bunch of them. Like somebody else put my wife and my fur babies. I forgot who that was.
Gabrielle. That's his daughter, Gabriella.
Okay, yeah. Everybody was like, "Oh my god."
That's how much you know. I listen to Luca. Like I know his daughter's name.
Yeah, and then what is it? Somebody else. Who was it that said not Luca as his bestie?
Luka. Oh look,
I can't remember who that was.
D-Live said Luca is his bestie.
Yeah.
I'm looking while you talk.
Speaking Derek Lively. I'm just gonna shoot our shot, right? I would give anything, like if we had it, we were able to get to a place where we could have a guest on the podcast.
It was Spencer Dinwiddie.
Yeah. What is it? I would love to have Derek. I would love to interview Derek. Actually, just like chat with Derek Lively. Like legitimately, I love this kid. I feel like we kind of like gravitate to him the way we did Dak when Dak came on with except for maybe even more so. Because there's the connection with like
he's closer to
your age.
Same favorite TV show, at least as the moment. One Piece.
Yeah. And like watching his like little things, like when he went to where is that? Glen Rose, the dinosaur park where we've been with Cub Scouts. He had a little Jurassic Park type thing. That's there.
Crazy.
His Lego thing, like the connection he had with his mom. I would love, Derek, if you ever want to come on like the smallest fucking podcast that exists, which is us, right? And you could just talk about how great your mom was and, you know, all the good things about that. Or you can talk about Legos, or you can talk about anime. We can talk about all those things.
We can talk about One Piece. We can talk about how I'm pretty sure you're an Eagles fan because I'm pretty sure you're from Philly. Well, why do Dallas...
We'll ignore that. I
don't understand why Dallas sports players always come from opposing teams like New York, like Jalen Brunson and Derek Lively. Like all these people just like come from like...
Well, what's his name? The one we got that's from Dallas. He's not.
Oh, but we didn't draft him.
I know.
He came here.
I know.
After being from Charlotte.
It was really cool to see hometown Dallas, and he's wearing a Mavs thing.
You're talking about PJ Washington.
Yes, I thought PJ Washington in my head, but what if I messed that up?
And his bestie is his teammate.
Yeah, he said
he writes his T. Interesting. He's got a good handwriting.
But yes, Derek Lively. We love you. We are fans. We'll come to you. Like, if that makes it easier.
We'll come to you. Like, he doesn't, like, have the luxury that we don't have. We'll come to your
I doubt he wants to sit in this small room chatting with us. Like, we'll go to a more spacious area. We'll haul all the equipment, the little that we have, to talk and chat with you. Because I don't know. I love that kid. I hope that we keep him for a long time.
Yeah.
Like,
no, I
and he's a great player. Like, it isn't just like
and like the thing is, it's only his second season,
right?
It's crazy. Like, last year was such, even though we didn't win, and it's so. Anytime I think about it, it's just like we were so there. Sad. It's so defeating. But like that whole season was so glorious. Like I said it before the final started, and I said, I just want to appreciate where we've come
Yeah.
because not many teams, not many fans get to appreciate this. And I'm kind of spoiled with having like a team like Man City as far as
Oh,
football
yeah.
is concerned, but on the other spectrum, I'm unspoiled on American football because
Yeah.
I grew up after the Cowboys were good. No, it's the Cowboys suck. Yo, the Cowboys suck. I'm just go Cowboys suck. And until you prove me wrong, I'm gonna keep saying that.
So we'll still be a fan.
I
but
will.
like,
we'll
be sad fans.
I will root for you. I don't know if I want to call myself a fan based on Jerry just made it so hard.
I know it is. That is our problem.
Dallas, like, you have to think of the whole as a whole. And it's just like, if I'm going any football, American football fan, hook 'em horns. Let's go.
Oh my God, this season has been amazing. Like, I can't believe we have a Manning as a backup. He's not even the starter. He's a backup.
Speaking of celebrity kids, do you know that Tony Hawk's son just
Yes,
had a baby
with Kurt Cobain's
daughter? What the ultimate punk rock?
It makes me so sad that Kurt Cobain, because he would be like the littest, like, amazing grandfather. He would be
like Tony Hawk.
It would be like Tony Hawk. Like, could you imagine them
like
hanging out at family gatherings?
With Tony Hawk.
Well, no, they're actually like right on. They're really Kurt Cobain was very progressive.
No,
considering like that time period, he literally would stop shows if he saw someone like roping on a woman, and like he was just amazing. He was very, very forward and progressive thinking, and I would give anything to, like, obviously, like, and I mean, just for her to have her dad, like, and just have like Tony Hawk and Kurt Cobain in the same, like, at a Christmas function. Like, imagine that. It would be so. I'm literally Tony Hawk would probably just skate to Nirvana songs. Like, it would be so cool. I'm happy for I cannot remember Kurt. I don't know either of their names, actually, their kids' names. I'm really happy for her that, like, she has, it looks like it's a very stable relationship. I think they've been together for a minute.
Yeah.
So I'm really, really happy for her that. And it's just cool. And I feel bad for that kid. There's going to be a lot of expectations on that child. Because, like, the legacy that it's coming from.
Yeah.
On both sides.
Is dumb.
Yeah.
No, it's dumb.
It is. No, it is.
Yeah. You said like there was like some kind of.
No, it would be cool though. Like that you can tap into that.
It should talent. It would be cool, but it doesn't matter.
But they don't have to. Yeah.
You know something cool but sad? Guess who just guest spoke at USC? For those viewers, I previously went to USC.
Donald Glover?
If Donald Glover guest spoke at USC, I wouldn't record this podcast. I'd be depressed for a week. I would be depressed for a week. You wouldn't be able to get me out.
All right, you want to give me a hint?
It's someone who I think it's important for our youth to hear what he talks about.
In the entertainment industry?
No, it's not in the entertainment.
Okay.
He technically is in the entertainment industry, but he doesn't talk about the entertainment industry. He talks about kind of the opposite.
Hank Green?
I mean, that would be cool too, but no. It's someone who is packaging something really important, especially regarding America, in an entertaining way.
If you say fucking Elon Musk, I'll hit you.
I would be. Why would I be happy, Elon Musk? That would make actually more sense.
Okay, remind me to come back to him. How old is this person? Or like a range? Like my age? Younger?
No, he's younger than you.
But like, older than you?
Yeah, he's older than me.
30s.
He's in his 30s. He's in his early 30s.
Hassan?
Yeah. He just guest spoke at USC, and I'm so pissed. It was last night, yesterday.
Okay, but like I congratulate me on guessing.
I tuned into his stream, and I was like, because I had work last night, and so I really wasn't paying attention to what he was doing. And I tuned into his stream today when he went live, and he was like, "Yeah." So they're like, "Oh, talk about what happened last night." I was like, "Oh yeah, I went to USC. I think it went really well." And my face the whole time, jaw dropped.
Did any of your friends go?
I don't think so. That makes it even worse.
Uh-huh.
Like, cause it's not. I'm happy. Like, cause he said he wants to do more now because he really loved it. Which, like, that's important. I think it's important to talk about not even just politics, but like genuine things that are important in the world, especially the Israel, which there's new stuff about that, which is
Yeah,
crazy.
Lebanon. Yeah, I know. Like
What?
they're bombing Lebanon.
Yeah.
Like it's at this point you can't claim to
No, I'm pretty sure
self-defense.
Israel got bombed.
Well, in retaliation.
No, I think someone bombed Israel.
Okay, in
Yeah.
retaliation for what
I
they've
know,
been
but
doing.
and I think it's that can be a long tangent. All that to say, I think it's important to have people like him, um, given a platform.
Yeah, I'm glad
As
that he's
regard, because
getting
I remember like when I was
stuff like
there,
that.
Jeff Bezos was walking the campus because his daughter or something. I don't know. Which I saw like I don't remember. I think it was not Shaquille O'Neal. Some basketball player was considering going to USC. Like it's just like every day I'm like, damn, is it really that big of a school? Like I feel like I hear about USC more than I hear about Harvard. And like when I was growing up, Harvard was like the ultimate college.
I blame Gilmore Girls for that.
Wasn't Gilmore Girls filmed on USC? Like a lot of things that are like filmed.
I don't know. I just know like her big thing is she wanted to go to Harvard and then she ends up going to Yale. And that's partially
Well,
like
Yale's
that's where
the
her
other one, too.
grandparents went
But Yale is kind of just
yeah.
I know it from the sweatshirts.
Right.
Yale is the Yankees. You know the Yankee have the Yankee cap.
Yeah.
More like people have Yankees that are not even Yankees fans.
Yeah.
The amount of people that have Yale sweatshirts that probably didn't even go to college. You know?
Oh my God. I told you I was listening to the Smartless podcast and I just finished up the Billie Eilish and Phineas episode.
Mm-hmm.
And I think at like the beginning of it, because you know they talked about them being homeschooled, and Will and it's like that doesn't mean anything. I didn't finish college, and everybody in my family has degree after degree, and I'm the smartest person in my family. Like it's like my dad went to Harvard. I'm still smarter than him. It's just really funny. Also, Elon Musk is on track to become a trillionaire.
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious.
Would he be the first?
Yeah, there's not one, and it's really.
I don't know if there's one like maybe.
No, like again, like billionaires should not exist. That should not be a thing.
That's crazy.
Like, and now the trillionaire. And what's really funny is like, because I saw it on Twitter. Honestly.
I want to be a trillionaire.
What is it? Nina Turner, reposted the article and was like, trillionaires should not exist. That should not be a thing that happens. And then there's fucking dumbasses in the comments being like, so we should steal their money? No, bro, they're stealing yours.
Yeah.
Like it's called wage theft, and also polluting the fucking earth. And in the article is like his goal is to get all of us living on Mars.
I don't want to go to Mars.
Right?
Literally, what he is doing is like in the sweetest way possible. From like basically forcing us to advance to somewhere we don't want to go.
Well, I mean, and that was the other thing is I saw.
Who wants to live on Mars?
I don't know. The thing is, it might like you saw what happened with the hurricane, right? How it devastated that southeast coast. Atlanta got hit. Well, Atlanta doesn't have power. They still don't have power.
Speaking of Hassan, he was talking about when he was covering it. He was mentioning how like. Basically, these like natural disaster events were like things people keep saying, "Oh, this has only happened once in like a century," but that has like happened every year for the past like 10 years. Like these once in a century, once in 50 years incidents have been happening every year, and you still try to deny that like there's climate change or there's something serious going on with what we are doing to this earth.
That's the thing. Like I was watching a reel with a climate activist, and him talking about how like the only effectiveness he's found is in civil disobedience. Like, but the thing is like we're past. There's no changing it now. Like we're past it. The best we could do is stave off how bad it will be. Like we're past that point because he was talking about the hurricane and how like it's because the earth is warming and literally like a town in North Carolina, Asheville, it's basically wiped out. Like, I don't feel like we should be living, and a lot of people like put out, especially with Atlanta, you put all that money into fucking Cop City that could have went for infrastructure, and you wouldn't have people without power still. Like, so no, trillionaires should not exist, especially when they got their money through racism. Well, I mean, pretty much anybody at that point was the benefit of that, but like his specifically was through apartheid as how he got, his money started. But anyhow, sorry, I don't know where I was going with that. That's cool. Sorry that you missed us on.
You're good.
Maybe
I
he'll
was
come
doing
on our
work.
podcast. Maybe we'll get D Live and Hassan, not together. Although that might be interesting.
Yeah.
And what is it? Oh god, that's probably not gonna look good on tape. I feel like a piece of hair on my tongue. Um, that that thing you sent me about California passing the bill
Oh.
to eliminate red dye 40
Yeah.
foods from school. I thought it was like when I first read it, I thought it was like statewide, like everything.
Which I think they did do a ban on Skittles.
They did, like they
statewide.
did something not long
Yeah.
ago. But like the whole point is there are so many foods from here that is banned in most other countries.
Yeah.
And like Natasha and I were talking about it.
Your friend.
They like a lot of those companies though will change the recipe to make it healthier.
Yeah.
So why not just do that here? Like there's really no point.
Money? Like it's.
I don't know if it's cheaper to have the red dye number 40. I don't know. Also, when I saw that, I thought of Daddy Daycare. Remember the little girl? She's like, no, whatever. And I know it's like red dye number 40. The "Can you hear me now" girl.
Yeah.
But anyhow, that was a little tangent.
Good tangent.
Sure, I guess. Anyhow, anything else on your mind?
Nothing particularly happy.
Well, okay. Well, what's sad?
I got sad about something, but I don't know if it's like something I want to bring up because it's gonna make you extremely sad.
Is it concerning me?
No.
Is it Andy?
No. I'm lonely.
Oh, okay.
And not even like just like talking about like in a relationship. I mean like I don't have friends.
Yeah, I know. Well,
no,
I'm hoping...
you know, like you don't.
Yes, I do know.
I meant, but like my regarding my specific converse, like being my age right now.
I do know.
But like you can relate to a time, your time, but my time's different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you have technology where you could reach out easier to people.
It's not the same because we talked about this in the podcast. It also creates another thing where like you see them either having fun or doing something else or living a life, and you know you once had that with them, and now it's like gone. And what I mean is when I say, I'm not saying that to be mean, or I think you're not. I appreciate you saying that, but I'm saying I don't. I personally try not to. If anybody says, "Oh, I'm going through this," I try not to say I know because there's no way I can know. Like I know you can relate, but there's no way anybody can actually know how someone else is feeling about their current situation because they'll never be in that situation. It kind of goes on that thing, like on a happier note, like in like back in theater when we like go like for the final show, we would hold hands and we'd be like, our theater director would say, "Take it in because this is the last time you're gonna do this show with these people.
Right.
This will never happen again. This specific thing." And so it's just like each of us as human beings live our own individual lives and we'll never actually fully know what living like someone else is, which for me it can be scary because like it leads into weird thoughts like, oh, is anybody real? Because like I can't imagine being someone else. Like literally I had a thought into driving to the gym this morning. I was thinking, how did language get created? How are we like where did this all start? Like how do we decide that we're going to talk and put meaning to words? Like even the word meaning has a meaning. And I kept going on and on and on, and I eventually just blasted the music and went to the gym. But it's just like I don't know. So maybe I'm just like an own detriment, my mental state or my own mental way of thinking is I tend to think too hard about things or too introspective. Is that a word? What am I thinking of?
No, introspective.
Introspectively about everything.
You're just having existential crisis.
I have existential crisis every single day almost, it feels like. And I constantly think about it every single night. Like it's just kind of how I operate and it sucks. I mean it sucks, but also it can be a good thing because it can make me appreciate the simple things. Like literally, when I was watching The Office earlier, like 30 minutes earlier, I was like, I am really enjoying that I am laughing right now, and I can afford to be laughing at this TV that I have.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people aren't fortunate share that experience that I may feel isn't the same as like some of these like celebrities or people going off on vacations or doing these luxury things or whatever. But for me or for someone else, it is that, you know? And so I should appreciate that. All that to say, I don't know. I was just thinking like the other day, like I really like I miss having people around my age. I miss having a community. Like I'm I don't know. I know I'm an introvert, but it's just like I think it's important to be around people who care about me at least like a good amount. And especially around my age because like I'm kind of growing up like cuz I'm still growing up, you know?
Yeah.
Like I'm not done and I feel like I'm kind of in this limbo and I hate it. It sucks and it sucks like I've kind of feel I've been in this rut for like almost 3 years now, and I hate that. I don't know. I hate it.
Well, I mean, a lot of that time was you getting healthy physically and
Yeah,
mentally too.
I know.
So, like, I think part of like what you're going through is because you're on coming out on the other side of that, that now you're like, hey, I want to go and experience things again. And
Yeah,
so like there's that desire. But like I'm sure you're gonna be working around people your age.
yeah, but it's not my friend.
But you'll make friends.
Yeah.
You that is the problem with being an adult when you're not like in a school setting, right?
Well, yeah, I tell
Is
my friends
making
that all the
friends.
time. It's literally so hard. It's so impossible if you're not in a school setting like high school or even college, or like I guess I was having this thought the other day when I was literally today when I came back. I was like, damn, work is just like school that you get paid for. Like I'm like taking classes. Like I looked at my schedule and went, oh, this is kind of like my college schedule, but I get paid for it, and I
Yeah.
gotta go in.
I mean,
Except I don't really learn anything.
what is it? That's not true, especially with kids. You'll learn some stuff, trust
Yeah,
me.
but and not everyone is watching kids. Is my point.
I know, I'm saying though, I'm not saying anything.
What?
Nothing. I just feel like you don't want to hear what I have to say.
No, I do.
So
I
like I
meant
don't want to keep talking about
that's
it.
not what I sorry. That's not what I was saying.
I'm just
I'm
saying
listening.
like you're gonna like I feel like you are coming on the other side.
No,
You will make
I
some
am on
friends.
coming down the other
But
side for
it
sure.
is harder at this age. Like you have to think at your age. Well, at your age, I was in prison. So let's put some things into perspective. At your age right now, right?
Yeah.
And then when I got out, like, um, the people that I made friends with, they weren't really around my age because I wasn't drinking and I wasn't doing drugs.
Yeah.
And that's what a lot of people around 23 years old they're doing.
Yeah. But
Like,
I'm saying like I had friends that
no,
did those stuff.
but you were in school is my point. I'm
Yeah.
saying outside of school, it is so much vastly harder.
Yeah.
Like, and that isn't like a unique experience. That is an everybody experience.
I know that. That's and they when I say that they agree like, "Oh yeah." And basically like I'm just saying that cuz that's you acting how I was feeling.
Yeah.
And I don't think it matters that oh, it's not unique to me. It's still something important
No,
because
I
it's
didn't say
me.
it's not. I guess I'm saying give you hope. Like, it won't be like this forever. You will
Yeah.
make friends again. But it isn't going to be like when you were in high school or college.
No, I mean, I hope it's not like I was in high school.
Okay, it won't be like when you're in college. Okay.
Yeah, I know.
Like, it is going to be exponentially harder.
Yeah.
But like my goal is hopefully like you'll eventually start going to more cons and then you'll make friends through there and like and through work and the gym. I don't know.
I mean, I
I'm
say
not a good example because again I have one.
all that to say, I feel like I've lost some of those friends. Those are my friends,
Yeah, I
and
know.
I know we'll see
But
each
they
other
they're
again.
far away
That for now,
for now. Yeah,
I'm still only just gonna be 22.
I know.
No, I'm just saying, like I have like to what you're saying. I know I shouldn't think about these things too hard because I always tend to think um in the future, but I like it's just something I do.
I just don't want it to like consume your thoughts because I know like for me it did. It would
Yeah.
like pretty much anything does. I mean, haven't been in the gym in a month because I'm so well. A it's because I'm not sleeping. Like I'm exhausted because of perimenopause. Like when I do get to finally get to sleep, I'm not sleeping through the night. And so I'm just so tired, and then I'm depressed. Like, there's no other way around that. I literally have cried every morning for the past few days. Yesterday, I pretty much cried almost all day, off and on. So, like, I didn't. I mean, and it is part of it is I'm alone. I mean, but like, it's not the same thing. So I get it, but I don't get it because it's different stages of life. There's less hope for me because I am older, and women lose value at my age in society. Like, I mean, those are the facts. Like,
I don't have to say that.
you don't have to say anything to it. It is what it is. Like, I'll probably be alone the rest of my life.
Okay, I'm sorry.
No, I mean, I guess I'm trying to come to grips with that. Like, and then to realize that I was never loved the way that, like, you should be loved. Like, in a relationship, that sucks. It's also How to Die Alone's fault. That show I watched.
You need to stop watching shows like that, please.
It was really good though. Like, it was really good.
If you watch that, then for the future, if you watch shows like that, they need to compensate me because they're not the ones who's like live with you and like.
Did I like cry on your shoulder the last few days? All right, then.
But you never cried on my shoulder. Period.
Right.
I don't think anybody's cried on my shoulder. Mainly because
you've cried on mine.
Actually, a baby cried on my shoulder yesterday, so I'll take that back.
You've cried on mine as an adult, so
bro, holding a baby, I don't understand it. I held that baby for almost 15 minutes, and my arms are like noodles. How do you how do moms hold a baby and walk?
Oh,
like,
you're
constantly?
gonna have a whole new appreciation for
my upper
mothers.
body strength. People ask me in the gym, how'd you get your back like that? Holding babies. Holding babies. But also, there is something like, almost like, this doesn't sound, pause me if this sounds crazy, but you know, like, you hold puppies or play with puppies,
Yeah.
it gives you that serotonin. Holding baby was like,
no, it does.
oh, okay, let me just, like, not be depressed and worry about shit for a minute. I'm like, because literally my only concern was holding that little girl and just making sure she was okay. And like, I can understand how like some people want to have kids because they think it'll help them fix their life. Because like, if you got a kid, you gotta put that shit to the side.
Honestly, like, if I met somebody, if I like, or just said I was gonna be alone, right?
Forget getting scared straight. Get a kid,
right? If I met somebody who was like actually liked me for me, right? And they were like, "You want to like adopt?" And I'd be like, "Yeah, 100%." Like, and it's not like I think a kid fixes me because like obviously it doesn't.
I'm sorry, you can't. I'm not having any siblings. I'm way too old.
Are you gonna listen? What I'm saying is like, the best thing I ever experienced was being a mom, like, and raising you. Like, what is it? One of my friends on TikTok, she was posting about how she had to, like, she had twin boys, right? I think they're both boys. She had twins, and she went back to work like pretty quickly after, like, almost working 60 hours a week, and she decided to stop, right? Because, and now she's like, oh, I get to be here for moments like this, you know? And she's like posting like a cute little, and I was like, yeah, and hold on to them because they go so fast. Like, they go so fast. And I do feel like, for the most part, I was very engaged with you. Like, as far as not wanting to, like, I didn't, I've talked about this before, like, moms are always like, well, enjoy this year because, when he's 3, it'll be rougher. And, or like they'll say like, this year was my favorite year as a kid.
No, I was a good kid. Some of these kids, bro.
That is true.
My God.
I tell everybody all the time, I really got a good one. Like,
it's literally like they were born without knowing what the word no means.
Okay, but the exception is sophomore year because we did literally fight every day after school. Every day.
Okay, I'm saying when I say kid, that's a kid like is being like before you're a preteen. Or
no,
teenager.
but I'm
those
saying
are all
though,
different animals.
But they are. But I'm saying that every year you've been alive, like, it's been my favorite year when that year is happening. Like, I can't. Now I look back and like, oh yeah, I like really miss little Dakota.
Yeah, same.
Because I just miss that because of what you're talking about. When you hold a little baby or you hold a little like 4-year-old, like.
I did not hold a 4-year-old.
But you at some point
I
you
ain't holding
will.
no 4-year-old. You're 4? Stand. I ain't holding you. You are too tall for this ride. I ain't gonna hold a 4-year-old.
4-year-olds aren't as big as you think they are.
I saw a
Some
bunch
of
of
them
them.
are. Some of them are some big kids.
Chunky.
All right, Bruno Mars.
But also, we're going back to like what I've learned from the couple times dealing with kids recently. Like I told you earlier today, makes me want to be a father. But I used to be in the mindset, and which is crazy. And what I mean, like I used to be, I'm talking when I was like, I think maybe even youngest is like 10 or 9. I was like, I want to be a dad. And I was like, I was saying, when am I gonna be a dad? Like which is a crazy thought that like, oh, when I turn this age, that's when I'm gonna have a kid because I'm just gonna be in a relationship and they're gonna want to have a kid at that age, and then that's gonna happen, and that's the way my life's gonna work out, and I'm gonna plan that because that's the way life is. No, you're wrong. But I was thinking like, oh, I think it'd be nice to have a kid when I'm like late 20s. I'm waiting till I'm 30.
No, okay.
I'm experiencing in my 20s. I am not. I'm so happy. I'm gonna love my baby. I'm gonna love my children if I have multiple. But that can wait.
Yeah.
I can wait. I can enjoy my life a little bit as someone not trying to put everything to the side because that's what I'm gonna do, and I'll be happy to do that. But I'll also be happy in waiting.
As much as I'd like to be a grandmother, I'm not in a rush.
Only reason I think I wanted to have a kid is because I just wanted to be like a young parent, I guess. I don't know. So I could see the most of my kid before I
It's probably just because you had a young parent.
yeah. Like, no, it's crazy. Dudes who are like 45 plus having children, you gotta stop. I get biology lets you, but the world shouldn't.
I'm not even thinking 45. I'm thinking like 70. Like Clint Eastwood.
That's crazy.
It's weird. You're a grandfather, not a father. I don't understand that at all. I do think like after 50, maybe we should just stop letting people have children.
Drop off their
like
willies.
you missed that opportunity. I'm sorry. You can adopt, but like not a baby.
Yeah.
Like a 10-year-old. Because even then that would be pushing it. So I was like, whenever I was walking with Nasima the other day, she was like, oh, it's crazy. Like she was talking about a neighbor, right? She's like that their child just had their 10-year-old birthday. And the neighbor she pointed out, I've seen them. And I was shocked they had a 10-year-old because I was like, isn't she like my age?
Yeah.
And I was like, aren't they like my age? And she was like, yeah, I think when they first moved in the neighborhood, which was like over 10 years ago, they were like in their 30s. I was like, oh, okay.
Also, though, like if you're having kids past like 45, if I was the child of the person who had a kid past that age, I would think, oh, I'm just a product of a midlife crisis.
No, some people like now.
Like at that, when you're that age and you decide to have a kid or you have a kid, like what are you doing?
I think you have to think about your genetics. Is there? I mean, obviously, freak things happen, but like, does your genetics say that you're going to live to like 80 and live well? Then yeah, fine. 45 is fine because there's still a lot of life left. I mean, it just makes you 65 when they're 20.
God, I didn't even think about that. Like, yeah, if you have a kid like in your 50s or 60s, you're gone when they're like out of college.
No, I mean, there's no guarantee because again, I mean, I was 30.
Yeah.
3,
I'm saying if everything
34
goes right
when I lost my dad.
and like you're being like average age,
Yeah.
yeah, even that.
45 is not too old. I think like 50, you're pushing it because then you're like 70 when they're 20, and
yeah,
that's just a lot. But I don't know though. Like I see who is it that posts with their dad? Their very famous dad.
Jesus.
I don't remember.
Got the most famous dad of them all.
I'm watching Jesus TikTok. No, it's like a famous director, I think. Oh, what's his name? I think it's the one that did
Yep.
I can't think of it.
How
I can't
important
think
is
of
it?
it. Like, no, he's like a really,
No,
really
I'm saying
famous
how
director.
important is it that we
Anyhow,
know his
he's
name?
like the daughter is probably at the oh no, she's like probably not much older than you, and that the director is like definitely old enough to be my dad.
Okay.
So or like close to,
Weird.
and they do like TikTok, so they seem to have a really good relationship.
Yeah.
So it can happen. I just feel like it's still kind of weird. So like 30. 30
Yeah.
is a good age to be having kids. Like around, up to like your mid 30s.
I think I'm gonna put having kids in the perspective of sports. I'm gonna do my. I haven't done a
Depends
weird.
on the
I haven't
sport.
done a weird analogy in a minute.
Okay.
Right. So let me put this analogy. Let me get another weird analogy in. So you have kids, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or no. You meet your partner.
Mm-hmm.
The partner you're eventually gonna have kids with. You don't know for sure, but you meet your partner, right? That's pregame. You are pre-gaming your life, right?
Okay.
You're getting ready, you're getting planned, you're filling out the scheme, how this is gonna work out, and then game time. You have a kid.
Wait, you're already at game time? I thought game time would be married.
No. Game time is it depends on the sport. Let's just use the universal sport, football. First half, right? Pre-game is you meet your partner, you fall in love, you live some life together, right? But
Mm-hmm.
that's you figuring out things because that's still in like regards to your whole life. It's still like the pre-game, right? I'm sorry I'm boring you.
Sorry.
Game
I'm sorry,
time.
too.
First half starts. Whistle blows. You have your kid, and this is like assuming you have a kid. This is the whole what this analogy relies on.
Mm-hmm.
The first half, right? I made this analogy so wrong.
No, please stop.
Hold on. Let me start over. Rewind. Sports, soccer, football analogy of having kids. Game time. First half, you're in love. You fall in love with your partner. You spend time with your partner. You live life together, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's going pretty well, but things might change up, right? Right before the whistle blows, they score. Uh-oh. She's pregnant. Halftime. Halftime is raising the kid until they're like 18. Then it's second half. You've raised the kid on your own. You've figured out everything. And you kind of live life without them. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I feel like parents' lives get put on pause. Basically, what I'm saying is, like, having a kid at halftime of life.
Yeah.
Like, you take a break. You actually take back and reflect on things, and then your actual game time is after. Like you resume life after. Is that not accurate?
Oh,
like,
it's accurate for
parents
moms
kinda
for
like,
sure.
I feel like you have like that intense action of before kids, right? And then you have kids, you go, whoa, let me put my life on pause real quick. And then once you've raised them to a certain age, and like, oh, we gotta resume our life again.
To a degree, yes.
Hey, I can tell the future. That was a bad analogy, but it hasn't made my worst
really
one
bad.
yet.
Especially halftime's not even that long. Like
It feels like forever though.
literally the
And-
better
but no,
analogy.
listen.
The better analogy
No,
on that break would
actually,
have been off season.
No. You just proved my point because you lived a whole life before me, longer than me.
Not really. I mean, I was 24 when I had you.
24. I'm not even 24 yet.
But you'll be 22 soon, so.
But I'm saying is regarding of raising to a certain age. So let's say 1 through like 18.
You think I'm done raising you?
No, you're not done. But I'm saying like your life is kind of resuming without me. Eventually,
Depressing. Wait.
You know what? Fine.
No, okay. So what I will say is, for moms, it's 100% true. Moms that are like fully engaged, right? In our society, it's definitely true for moms. I don't feel like it's as true for dads because society allows them to continue on and babysit their children because that's what they call it. Oh, we're babysitting. It's just your fucking children. You're not babysitting. You're being a parent. But anyhow, so I'm not saying that dads don't sacrifice. They definitely can and do sometimes, right? And there is like where it's like the kids should be like the utmost, like the thing that it does take over like your whole life, basically. Like if you were partying before, you're not going out and partying anymore, or you shouldn't be, right? I will say I think it is a harder transition for mothers, the second half. At least it has been for me. I don't know what to fucking do with
Actually,
myself.
I'm sorry. I know we're like getting close to the end, but like that analogy is actually more perfect. The more you talk, the more it's perfect. Because literally, you're fresh. You're fresh. First half, you're fresh. You're still figuring out things. You're filling out the team. Then after halftime, by the end of the game, people are like tired. They're like,
I am exhausted.
They're like, how did I even do the first half?
I think about that all the time. No, like I literally posted today about how
your feet are sore.
No, like I don't feel like I'm a functioning human. Like in general, I don't think I ever have been. I think I masked for a really long time, and I don't know how to put that mask on anymore for more than an hour. So like that is what I've been depressed about. Is I don't know how to function in this society. I know that's probably super scary and depressing for you.
No, I just regret opening the can of worms to end this podcast episode. No, that's mine though. That's me. That's on me.
Yeah, but like, isn't the whole point of our podcast is to be real and
no, it is
authentic and like, you know, I have disabilities that are invisible that you can't see, that people can't see.
You got you get division in divis.
Did I say it wrong?
No, I'm trying to combine the words. You got division. You get
divisibility.
She got division abilities.
I'm math.
Division ability.
And like, you know, like I cleaned a lot on Sunday, right?
Yeah.
And then it was a struggle to do anything on Monday. I burnt myself out doing that. Like my brain does not make the things to help me be functioning in our society as it is. And that's very difficult. And when I was a mom, I think I knew I had to keep a mask on. Like I'd already had it anyway because I was forced to. And then and it's not to say that our interactions were inauthentic. It's just that like I had to be the responsible adult. I still do have to be. I'm just struggling more now ever since Andy died and the pandemic and all of that stuff. Like it's just a struggle. Sorry that I was Debbie Downer at the end of this.
You weren't. You were.
I'm really trying to hold it together right now, actually.
Realistic Rebecca.
Realistic Rebecca.
Yo, who invited realistic Rebecca to the party?
That is so accurate for me. Oh, God. Which is crazy because I literally am known whenever people meet, when I make friends, it's like, oh, she's the funny one. She's the one that makes people laugh for a while. And then I get too fucking real.
No, I am the Venus flytrap of my friends. I make them laugh, but if they get close and they get one-on-one time with me, oh God.
God, and then they.
Oh no.
Yeah, but the difference is.
But then I'll never let them go.
Yeah, but the difference is nobody wants to stay friends with me. Like in real life, Natasha is the only one that has stuck through. But it's also because we realize now we're alike, So anyhow. Yeah, I guess wait to play football is the whole point of that, right?
Man City won today.
Did they?
Champions League though.
Wait, oh, but it's still going on, right?
Yeah, it's still going on. But it was an easy team. It was 4-0. We're not doing so great in the Prem so far. Arsenal went up.
We're not terrible.
Yeah, we're not terrible. I think we're second or third. We dropped points while Arsenal went up, and I don't know.
Isn't their team colors red?
Yeah.
Gross.
I wonder if I can make this clip. I'm gonna let them shoot because oh my God, they know I watch them, and I know they what, bro. Oh my God, the MJ and Jeremiah, Juju, the Arsenal fans, they made watching Bud a Chelsea fan, and they made me like watching when Chelsea does well. I can't stand Arsenal fans. For perspective, if you want to relate it to NFL football, is what I think Arsenal fans are. They're like if I'm trying to think. Patriots, all of a sudden the Patriots got good again after being shit for a while. They got good again.
It's the Patriots with Tom Brady. No,
it's the Patriots with Tom Brady, a new Tom Brady, because Arsenal is good again.
Oh,
and they're actually on the top of the league again. And I'm just tired. I don't I hate watch. I'll admit it. I hate watch Arsenal. I pray on your downfall so much. I
used to watch Bill Maher.
every day I go to bed. I don't pray to God. I don't pray to any religious figure. I pray that Arsenal drops points.
Isn't Raul Coley an Arsenal fan?
I think he is. The fucking
and I hate
famous
it.
British
like,
people are Arsenal fans.
Anytime he posts something about it, I cringe inside.
John Oliver is a fucking Liverpool fan. Loves Mo Salah. Like, I don't hate Liverpool as much as I hate Arsenal.
Is it easier to accept them being fans because they are from there, though?
Who?
Like, I mean, they're from that area.
Are you saying the let them shoot shouldn't because they're from Australia?
No, I'm
no. Stick to the A-League.
What if it were like somebody here though? It was American that was an Arsenal fan. That would like be really obnoxious, right? Like it'd be vastly more obnoxious than like somebody from Australia.
But also, I'm that for people. I'm a Man City fan. People hate that. They didn't even know how to top of the league for a minute. They play on our downfall more than anybody feels like. The only thing with like Man City fans.
Okay, you being a Man City fan, now you know what it was like to be.
Arsenal fans are Eagle fans.
Are you listening?
They're Eagle fans.
But basically, that's what it was like being a Dallas Cowboys fan as a teenager for me. What you're experiencing as a Man City fan.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's like, or what, like if you were a Lakers fan or a Bulls fan, and, during their runs,
during the 90s or during the 2000s.
Yeah. And especially because the Cowboys were considered America's team.
I'm blessed that I chose right as a young lad. I chose right. I saw them. I saw the City Blue. I saw Raheem Sterling and Kevin De Bruyne, and I realized Neymar isn't in the Prem League. Neymar is in La Liga. I gotta choose a Prem League. Let me choose this blue. Man City. It just sounds so great. City.
It's really just because it was blue.
City.
And like all of the
Chelsea.
things.
Chelsea is blue. Chelsea is blue.
Yeah.
And they were arguably better. No, they were better
when you got into
when I got into it, because I got into it right before City really got it. I got in before the Saudis bought City and like bought all the money. That's what it is. We have so much money, and so we bought all the players.
Is there no cap?
I think there is, but it's not. There is, but it's not the same.
I think it's like baseball. I don't think there's a real cap in baseball. But there might be a little bit of one.
There is, but it's just like. But it also doesn't mean anything because Chelsea bought a bunch of players and they're only just now getting good. But also Chelsea has. Do you remember you watched when Cole Palmer played for us?
Mm-hmm.
He played for City and he like scored 4 goals in the first half the other day, and he's like popping off like he's becoming a wonder kid. And it's like it's like the Mavs getting rid of Porzingis. Jalen Brunson, right? But pretend Jalen Brunson like is even doing crazier things than Jalen Brunson is doing, like setting like crazy records. But also Chelsea hasn't done anything yet, so maybe it is because the Knicks haven't done anything.
It's a long season, correct?
It's a long season. Well, that's a cycle. Everybody counts Man City out, like they're slipping.
Yeah.
Who ends up top of the league?
Okay,
City.
knock on wood.
I ain't gonna knock on wood. I'm knocking on trophies.
All right.
Shovel winners.
Go back to this if something happens.
I'll eat my words.
All right. I'm freezing right now. Like I'm literally shaking, which like is crazy considering most of the time I'm got a hot flash going on. Yeah. But apparently also cold flashes are a thing that I get to experience too. So maybe that's starting now as well. Awesome.
I think I'm growing more hair on my face.
I
just want to relate to you in experiencing biological
I think I am too. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not. Thank God for that.
Damn, I saw myself in the camera. You know what I just did? I did that like the gopher, the old like gopher or watchdog meme that goes like this. I did that.
No, I'm not. Thank God.
You know the baby meme that does the fist like this? He's 18.
Yeah, you're getting old, man.
Why?
I don't
want to be 22.
I'm so close to being closer to 50 than 40, so I don't want to hear anything.
The other thing, I apparently it's been proven that I don't look old, which sucks sometimes. I've talked about it, but literally
it now.
But literally, I talked to one of the people I was working with, my coworkers, and I met yesterday. He was like, "Oh, did you graduate yet?" And I was like, "College or high school?" And he went, "High school." Because he assumed that I was like 18 or 19 still. Like, no, bro. He was 18.
Yeah.
He was a senior. So maybe he's 18, maybe he's 17. I don't know. But like, no, I am a full like collegiate thing above you.
Yeah.
Like when you were in middle school, I was graduated high school.
Well, he was going into high
I
school.
think I'm 4 to 5 years older than him, possibly.
Yeah.
So that gap could be there. It's just crazy.
Well, again, enjoy it while you can. I'm just saying.
I hope I find my Holly to my Michael.
Mm.
All right.
I want to find my Ben to my what's her name in that? Leslie.
I'm about to say who.
Not that I'm like Leslie.
Name?
I was about to say Amy. And I'm like, oh, that's just who played her.
Right.
Like, but anyhow.
All
right.
This is my longest episode yet.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. All right.
I'm gonna wrap it up.
I love you.
I love you.
To the back.
To the back.
To the back.
To the back. Podcast. I knew you were gonna do it weird. I knew it.